Oh man. All right. Oh yes. That time. Good morning. This is PoGoKeRo with redstone, Lapis Lazuli. Hey, good morning. Yeah, hey. Welcome back to yet another fantastic episode. Let me turn this down a little bit. It's cool, it's chill, I dig it. But there we go. Okay. Yeah, hey, good morning, everyone. Sleep real quick. Okay, there. Now, good morning. So I am in the process of working on the Billionaire's line. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I came back to get redstone, which I just got. Now that I have my redstone, it's time to go on the Billionaire's line of injustice. Let us depart. Remember, each one of these blocks symbolizes $100,000. So we passed up $1 million back there. And each one of these blocks is $100,000. We're trying to get to $1 billion. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, this morning is gray and rainy. It's kind of nice. It's like, ooh, the beginning of fall. Ah. The big news this morning that I'm finding on the internet is oh man. Is Kavanaugh. It turns out a bunch more stories are coming out about Kavanaugh's college fiascos. And yeah, Kavanaugh's college fiascos include sexual assault and placing his penis on people or in their hands or something. I'm not sure. But bad things that happened. Now, if you remember, Kavanaugh was barely approved to get on the Senate. And furthermore, the FBI investigation into these allegations were hampered on purpose by the executive, by Trump. So this is like bad on so many different levels because first of all, Trump is a Russian agent. So you have a Russian agent. Okay, you have a Russian agent choosing a judge with a questionable past, and that past is covered up by the Russian agent, so that this judge could get on the Supreme Court that would rule on questions pertaining to this Russian agent. Oh, that sounds all kinds of corrupt to me. Yeah, so this is the Billionaire's line. Every brick that makes this rail line is $100,000. And I'm trying to get us to to 1 billion. Just to 1 billion of $100,000 bricks. Why would I want to do this? Because I want to show people what it means to be a billionaire. Because with this $1 billion comes immense power. Immense power. Ridiculous power. Even if the billionaires try to hand wave away their wealth, they'll say things like, oh, it's not cash. I don't actually have these things. I have to sell the stock to realize the gains, so it's not real money. And that's what they'll say to hide their wealth. But the difference is that they can use those assets as collateral to borrow cash money. So they might as well have cash money. They have so much collateral that it doesn't matter. When you have $1 billion in wealth, you can borrow lots and lots of money. You can borrow billions upon billions more. And remember, if you owe the bank $100, you have a problem. But if you owe the bank $100 billion, the bank has a problem. So, a person with $1 billion in wealth has immeasurable wealth. And, or not immeasurable, they have, because we're measuring it, but immense wealth. And this wealth is out of proportion to everyone else, which is, we left way back there. All the regular humans, me and you, we were left a long time ago. Way back there. Where are we? Like, I don't even know anymore. But before I go off too far into this thing, to that thing, I want to talk about something you may or may not know. Now, if you've seen I think it's Captain America, or Avengers, or one of the Marvel movies, whatever, they talk about something called a Tesseract. And everyone's like, ooh, Tesseract. Now, if you've read the Wrinkle in Time series, they also talk about a Tesseract, but I don't remember. It's been like, I haven't read that book since middle school, so it's been a little bit of time. So I think they talk about Tesseract. That's where I first heard it, but it didn't really make sense in that book, at least not from what I remember. And then so I went on the internet, like a cool guy, to find out, well, what is a Tesseract? Well, a Tesseract is also called a hypercube, and that is a 4-dimensional cube. Now, what is a 4-dimensional cube? Well, okay, a cube is like the main thing about a cube is 90-degree angles. Well, on equal sizes, right? Otherwise, you have a rhomboid or whatever, or a rectangle or whatnot. Anyways, but like equal sides and 90-degree angles. So if you have a line and make another line to make a right angle, that's great. Now, if you mirror it, like if you do a mirror, now you have that same thing, and you join them together. Boom! You have a square. Okay, great. That's 2 dimensions. That's 2 dimensions. Now you make another point here, out here, at 90 degrees, right? 90 degrees, same distance, equilateral distance, and you move out. So now your square goes, and now it's a cube. Now it's a cube because it's three-dimensional, right? Square into cube. Now, here's the tricky part. You take you take your square, and then in the fourth dimension, you move out into the fourth dimension at 90 degrees. Right? Equal distance. And then bam! Now you have a four-dimensional cube. Now you're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. What do you mean move out into the fourth dimension? What does even that mean? What does that even... What? So... we can't really move in that direction. Or actually... Here, like... They want to say the fourth dimension is not time, but it's a space dimension. But remember... Time and space are kind of connected. So another way of looking at it is that square, that cube, and then that same cube 1 minute later. Now the cube itself hasn't moved if you're looking at it in 3 dimensions. But if you're looking at it in 4 dimensions, it's like this long stretchy thing. But it's a cube. Time cube. No. No. Here, I'm gonna wait till I get to the end of the line, like of what I've done so far. So the goal here is to get to 10,000. Let's see. 10,000. And we're at chunk. Where are we at? 4,000, 4,700. I'm trying to get to 10,000. But here, let me show you. Can I do this? Do I? Let me see if I can work this out here. Open with in-frame view. I'm gonna trip you guys out. Because it's Sunday morning, right? That's when you want to get tripped out. This is the time that people have their revelations and stuff, their epiphanies. So hey, turn this down a little bit. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a hypercube. This is a tesseract. This is a tesseract rotating. This is a tesseract projected into the 3rd dimension. Because remember, it's a 4th dimensional cube. So you can't see the whole thing in 3 dimensions. Is that it is. That's hilarious. No, I missed him. Damn. All right. Okay. That's a 4th dimensional cube rotating on one axis. Just rotating. Okay. Now, it looks like, right? And I'm gonna give this to you. It looks like in the center there's a cube, and then it comes out, and then the face of the cube, like, becomes large and engulfs the whole thing and moves back. But you have to remember, right? Ooh, wait a minute, hold on. Let me switch back. Oh no, hold on, okay. Put something back. Put iron back here for the moment. Actually, no, here. Keep the iron. Redstone. Okay. Still going on the Billionaires line, right? It's it takes some time. Okay, to switch back. Okay, so the hypercube. So, but what you have to remember is that this picture here is distorted for us because we're looking at it from the third dimension, but it's a fourth dimensional item. So, like how a shadow is distorted, like you look at a shadow and like you can see like a rough outline of what a person looks like, what the three-dimensional object is, but it's just a shadow. It distorts what it really looks like. This here is distorting what a hypercube really is. So you have to realize that every side panel is a normal sized cube. That every angle that you see in this picture, every angle is 90 degrees. It looks like it all tweaks out and it's all like bendy, but from the fourth dimension, it isn't. From the fourth dimension, those are 90 degrees. So let me show you a different picture. Let me unfold it. Yeah. So this unfolds it. So here's our hypercube, right? We're gonna unfold it from 4 dimensions into 3 dimensions. Now you see what that looks like? It looks like a cross. And then you put all those cubes back inside the 4th dimension. Now those cubes aren't layered into one another. They're in their own space. And that space is 90 degrees. 90 degree angles. So even though right now in this picture it looks like the angles are like not 90 degrees, I swear to you, in the 4th dimension, every angle is 90 degrees. Here, another way of looking at it is like this one. Alright, so that one's like looking at it like from a fish angle. So this is like being projected. Now, you have to remember, so this is like one of those cameras, those panoramic cameras that let you see things like 180 degrees. That's what this is doing, sort of like. But it's like projecting from a shadow from the 4th dimension under the 3rd dimension. So every line you see here, even though it looks like it goes around, it's actually just distortion from the lens. Those are really actually straight lines. It makes a square, 90 degree angles. And that little one, that little square that we're looking at inside, is not inside the square. What it is, it's in the 4th dimension. But it's farther away from us than the big square. So it's in the 4th dimension, but it's farther away. That's why it looks smaller. It's not inside the square. It's its own square, is in its own space. But like, you know how like we're looking at the 3rd dimension, and I have a cup, and I'm like, oh man, this cup looks big. And I move it further away from me, I'm like, oh, that cup looks small. Well, no, the cup didn't change size. The cup just moved away from me in the 3rd dimension. It's the same thing. The little square here is not further away from you in the 3rd dimension. It's further away from you in the 4th dimension. Does that make sense? So so that's that little square. That little square and the big square are the same distance to you in the 3rd dimension. They're both here in the 3rd dimension, but the little square is in the 4th dimension, and it's over here. That's why it looks smaller. In the 3rd dimension, it's here, but in the 4th dimension, it's here. It's here. It's farther away. 3rd dimension, it's close to me, so it looks big, right? And both of them. The little square and the big square, they're both are a cube. They're both in the 3rd dimension here, but the little square, the little cube, is in the 4th dimension. So it's over here in the 4th dimension, which is why on this image it looks smaller, because we're looking at it reflected. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense to you. I'm hoping it does. But here I'm here now. So I want you to understand how dimensions, yeah. Two, three. Okay, because yeah, that's just get your brain working, right? Because now another way of looking at it, and here I have to pause this for a second, and we have to go back to the infinite view. I want to go back to this one here. Another way of looking at it, since we see things in three-dimensional, we're in the fourth dimension. We're in the fourth dimension, the fourth spatial dimension, but we're not really. We don't have the senses to be aware of it. So because we experience it in three-dimensional slices. I need more coffee. Ah! Yeah, we experience the world in like we're in the fourth dimension, but we experience it in three-dimensional slices. So the way so if you look at this cube, the little cube is the past. And the past slowly, okay, the other way I look at it is that the little cube is the past, and as it moves to the left and becomes larger, what it is it's a feedback mechanism. It becomes part of the environment, encoded into the environment, is what I'm saying. And then that environment then comes back, you see, comes back around to the front, which is the now, to become the now, so that the past never goes away. The past is always here. It is always there for you to reflect upon. It never ever goes away because you're standing on it. Like what was done was done. It can never be undone. Like so. That past is always being internalized, and then you have a chance to act upon it, to use your agency, to affect change, to change it, because eventually it's going to move into the past again, and become part of the world, which is going to feed back into you. So you're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Part of the world and feed back into me. Part of society to feed back into me. What does that even talk about? What? Okay. So, the next thing I want to talk about is the idea of self. Like, what is the self? What? Yeah, this is fun. What is the self? If you talk to psychologists, they'll tell you lots of stuff, right? But I'm not a psychologist. I'm into sociology. And from the sociological perspective, humans are social creatures. That there is no self without society. That's the number one thing. It's like you cannot. You cannot have a self unless you have society. Why are we listening to Christmas music? Nightmare Before Christmas, dude. Come on. $50-50. There we go. So the self, what is the self? When you say I, who are you talking about? What's going on? Like, what is this I? Now, if you talk to the ancient Greeks, you have to remember the I. When you say I, like I am, blah 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 blah, that whole idea, you know, it didn't just fall in your lap and be like, hey, here it is forever. You know, like we didn't evolve. Is that a minecart just sitting there? What? There's 2 minecarts just chilling out there. Alright, I'll have to investigate later. Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna investigate. I have to investigate now because later I won't stop. I'll just be doing the Billionaires line, and it'll be such a long line that I don't want to come back. Trees, wood. Yeah, I like the Java terrain generation a lot better than the Bedrock. Well, I'll be. Ooh, a name tag. That's what I want. Ooh, detector rails. All right, I'll take those. Gold. Yeah, no, not right now. Okay, well, hey, cool. I saw a couple just chilling out here. I'm like, what? Yeah, look at this. What? Another name tag. I don't need more torches. How funny. Like some abandoned mine shaft or whatever. They just left everything here. Yeah, well, I'll have to check it out sometime. This might be my mine. Yeah, look, it was like abandoned. Well, fine. In the future, this will be my gold mine. It looks like a gold mine, right? In the Gold Hills. Uh-huh. Maybe that's what I call this. I will call this the Gold Hills, right next to the icebergs. Oh, there's cacti. Look at that. This is great. Yeah, the icebergs next to the desert. Okay. The self is, yeah, there is no such thing as the self without society. So, for example, right, there's that story about that Danielle girl who was found. Like, it's terrible neglect, right? I think her mom was schizophrenic or something, and so this little girl from birth was just locked up in a room and like treated like an animal. And so when she was rescued by the time of 7, like even though the girl was healthy, like physically, she couldn't walk, she couldn't talk, she couldn't control her bowels, she couldn't communicate, she couldn't do anything because she was never socialized. She was the self because she was never taught to how to be human, right? you don't just get to be human from being born. Like it has to be cultivated. You have to socialization. People learn who they are by learning who others are. So there are 2 social psychologists. I'm not sure how you want to talk about it. That you want to learn about. Dude, what are the names? Charles Horton Cooley and George Herbert Mead. Because these guys both talk about the self in relation to society. So, oh man, Charles Horton Cooley talks about the looking glass self. He says that, yeah, the way we know who we are, because we can't look at ourselves, right? We're stuck inside of us. We can't see ourselves from out over here. But other people can. So they see things that we can't see. We can figure out how they see us by how they treat us. So, and different people see different aspects of you. Not everyone sees the same thing. So while you get to see everyone's reaction to you, not everyone gets to see every side of you. So you have the tension is between what you see of yourself reflected in every other person. That's how you know who you are. So if you're in a society that constantly puts negative stereotypes on you, you're gonna believe that's what you are, right? And Charles Horton Cooley was the first guy to figure that out. One of the first guys. Alright, so here's the end of that line. And I wanted to make a new mine here. Well, I can get some more bricks. But what I wanted to do is offload stuff. No. Offload, make this like a little depot. No minecart. I can make a minecart. So yeah. An almost there depot. Because I need more blocks. And I don't have any. I have no wood, no nothing. Come on, dude. Here. You want a minecart. I need iron. Minecart. Minecart, come on. Whee. Yeah, so if you're in a society that's constantly reinforcing negative stereotypes or negative ideas about you, and you're gonna pick this up from the people you interact. And you have to be pretty strong not to buy into it. Another guy named George Herbert Mead. He's the guy who looked into the idea of the I versus the me. Yeah. Our ancient Greek ancestors will tell you that the whole concept of the I didn't exist for the ancients. That the ancient Greeks had to like figure that out. The I separate from the me. So the way George Herbert Mead talks about it says, I just barely skimmed over it. I mean, it's been so many years. Oh, hey, look at that. And I don't have any tracks with me. All right. I'll get there eventually. Okay. So we have George Herbert Mead. The self. Hey, that's what I wanted, right? Yeah. To get this stuff. My gold, look at that. Hey, I'm gonna make it. Maybe. Man, look at those monsters down there. Oh, hey, like that. Oh, wow, what's that? It's glowing red. That's probably lava. Oh no, just the light. Okay. Put some stuff away here and let's get back to track building. I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm like almost there. I have enough iron to last. I have enough wood. I mean, I'm gonna make another base when I get there, basically. Check me out. Wood, the iron. I don't want to use terracotta. Those are all the bricks I have. Oh man, that's not enough. So what I'm gonna do is start a new mine here. Pardon me. I'm gonna start a new mine here to get more cobblestone, basically. Here we go. Gold! Don't need gold. I got my gold farm. Okay, so the self. Okay, so the difference between the self, the I, and the me is that the me is how others see me, and the I is how I see myself. It's the subject. The I is the subject, the source of the desires and the agency, and the me is the object. It's how others see me and perceive me. Well, yeah. And how society expects me to act. So the me is like the object, and the I is the subject. But we only learn how to use, how to be, we only know how to well, we only create the I when we're able to put our, adopt the perspective of someone else. When we can adopt the perspective of someone else, then we fully understand our own perspective. Because then we can start seeing ourselves from others' perspectives. And that's when we start developing our sense of self. Like, oh, even though I can understand why this person might see me like this. But I know that I am like this and this and this, and I've done this, and I'm not this. So, yeah. So the me is the object, and the I is, and you know, I'm kind of half-assed on this right now because, like, I didn't really look this up too well. I just thought it was interesting to think about the socialization of people, because, well, you gotta think, all right, if the self only develops via socialization with other human beings, what are the agents of socialization? What are the things that socialize people to get them to believe what they believe? So if people are, because racism isn't something we're born with, it has to be taught, it has to be socialized. Who or what are the agents of socialization, of racial socialization? What socializes people into white supremacy, into patriarchy? These are valid questions. These are very good questions. Hey, I found a cave with lava. I must be close. 12, yep. 12. I would even go down one more, 11. And say this is my base. Yep. So it's like a mini base. I'm only here for the blocks. Gotta get rid of some of this stuff. I don't want to use terracotta for building because terracotta blows up real easy. Creepers will wreck it. All the other stuff is a little tougher. And I don't need iron. I might need coal. So yeah, now this becomes my new mine. Temporary mine. I only want your blocks. So yeah. What are the agents of social change? Of socialization? Social change. Because it works both ways too. If you can teach people to hate, you can teach people to love. I'm gonna go up here to get stairs, to make stairs. Make room. Make room for stairs. Sure, random stairs. See, even a temporary mine requires a little bit of work. So I mean, I could have made a shallow mine, but then why? And dug out the cobble right there. Oh, dude. Oh, I forgot more wood. Oh no, I have wood. Ah, okay. But I have a chance of getting diamonds or redstone up here. And who doesn't love diamond and redstones? Redstone. That wall right here. All right, here. Wall be gone. Okay. What else has been going on? So Kavanaugh is sitting on the Supreme Court. He got on there because the FBI wasn't allowed to do a full investigation. They weren't allowed. It's loud. They weren't allowed to do a full investigation. Kavanaugh represents, it's supposed to be like, well, we have to have faith that Kavanaugh is impartial because he sits in the highest court of the land. But the problem is that all his past actions makes me think that he's not impartial. And that he was picked for political reasons. Other than that, you know, that kind of like wrecks the legitimacy of the Supreme Court. You have a Russian agent pick a guy who's not right for the Supreme Court, and then try to cover up any investigation into this guy's background. Now all the stuff is coming out, and now your Supreme Court is illegitimate. I mean, what do you think was going to happen? John Roberts is just as at fault because there were all these ethics complaints filed, and he dismissed all of them. So John Roberts is just as much to blame as the politicians that voted for Kavanaugh. So we can see now we can see the what am I talking about? We can see the corruption spreading. I mean, it's already spreading through the Justice Department. Ooh, see diamonds, see? That's why I come down here. I wouldn't find those things. Actually, that's kind of weird, man. They're really high up. Those are high diamonds. So what else is going on? Okay, yeah, so Beto O'Rourke said that he wants to implement an AR buyback program whereby the United States government buys back firearms from private owners and then destroys them. I think that's a fantastic idea. However, there's been a bunch of Nazis, reactionary people coming out saying, oh, if the government comes for my guns, I'm going to start a civil war. I'm going to start shooting people. Which, is distressing. You don't want, that's the reason why you're getting rid of these firearms. So people can't make these outrageous threats. The reason why we have to take this guy seriously is because firearms are readily available. Diamonds. So diamonds appear at Y level 14 and below. Maybe it's 15. La la la. So much of Minecraft is just this. Just hanging out, making nice, neat shapes. Maybe finding something in the dark. Who knows? There's my diamonds. Wah! Do I have room? I have room. 16 diamonds. Nice. That's why you need a Fortune 3 pickaxe. La la la. Gravel does us no good. You can't build with gravel. I mean, you mix it with concrete, with sand, and you have concrete, yeah, but that takes forever. Let me tell you. You know, it might be faster doing it in Java, but in Bedrock, it takes forever to make concrete, to mine it. Oh, redstone, there we go. I don't need it right now, though, because I have enough powered rails. But it's nice to know. If I ever come back here. Oh, looks like I'm full up. Get rid of that. Get rid of the dirt. No dirt. No terracotta. No gravel. Let's see. So I think we're almost. Oh, oops. Oh well. I think we're almost at the end of the line, to be honest. Alright, fine. Fine enough. Good enough. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Oh, wait. I can get rid of these stairs. Polish. I want these things to be polished. Yes, nice and polished. Get out of here. Got this ore. What am I doing with this ore for? Okay, here we go. We are at 8,000. I need to get to 10,000. 2,000 more blocks to go. Not too bad. Almost there. On y va. Let's go. plus vite. So yeah, what else is going on? Oh yeah. AR buyback. That's what I was talking about. Gun buyback. Now, there's only like one group of people saying that they're going to shoot police officers when they come to buy back the guns. Those are Confederates. They do not follow the Constitution or the rule of law. What they follow is white supremacy. The spider wants some, huh? Dude, so this is a zombie. He's like, I've been trying for so long. I just can't figure it out. I'm a zombie. Why can't you respect my limitations? And come down here and let me kill you. I just want to eat your brains. Why do you discriminate against brain eaters? Man, a synagogue in Minneapolis was burned down. It was like it was like 100 years old, and some Nazi burned it down. So when I talk about things like Donald's secret army, I'm not joking. Hey, this is kind of cool. Oh, this canyon. Remember, every one of these blocks is $100,000. $100,000. And I'm trying to get to 1 billion to show you what a billionaire is. I've been doing it on camera to show you how ridiculous this is. All 10,000 blocks on camera. Oh, those guys want to party. Check them out. They're like, yeah, buddy, what's up? Okay, hey. Get out of here. I don't want any. You don't want any. What is this? So I made a mine just to get blocks. Well, at least I can't fall off in here. Not much to see, but hey. I hear the Republicans want to do another round of tax cuts. And they want to cut Social Security and Medicare to pay for the tax cuts for the rich. So this billionaire that I'm working on his line, he needs more tax cuts. And the GOP want to give him his tax cuts. And who's going to pay for those tax cuts? We are, the people. Same as it always is. Ooh, ocean. Ocean! Oh, sure, why not? Who cares? Let's see. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I'm out here like rah rah rah. I don't know what to talk about. Let's see. Let me. Do I have anyone in my show? No, no one's talking about anything. I don't know what else to talk about. Like, bad things are going on, but okay. So, I this morning I talked about the looking glass self. Now, if you remember the movie The Matrix, the scene where Neo chooses the red pill, and he sits down and they start attaching all these diodes to him, all these geodes or whatever they're called, those things to him, those sticky things to him. And he looks down and he's looking at a mirror, and the mirror is broken. And as he's looking at the mirror, it becomes whole. So that is symbolic of the looking glass self. For a lot of the racism and patriarchy stems from this broken mirror, that we're not able to see ourselves in other people. And when Neo takes the red pill, the mirror becomes whole. He's able to see himself in everyone. I think that's the takeaway. Because your sense of self, remember, is influenced by your by how others treat you, how others perceive you. And you learn how others perceive you by interacting with them socially. So it's your relationship with other people. A little slow this morning. I don't know why. I've been going for an hour. I think that's like not bad. What else did I write down? Tesseract. Trump wants to put homeless in concentration camps. That's crazy. Trump bragging about. The big news that dropped on Friday afternoon was Rep. Schiff, Adam Schiff, put out some note that said that a whistleblower tried to blow the whistle, but the director of national intelligence, the one picked by Trump, shut it down and buried it. And now Schiff wants it. And he's saying this could mean there's some issues with the presidency. No kidding, Schiff. That's what we've been saying to you all this time, over and over and over again. That's what the whole report was about, the Mueller report. Problems with the presidency. Oh man, this Billionaires line is killing me. I mean, yeah, billion, alright, but oh, this is absurd. Why would anyone have this much wealth? Because after a while, it doesn't matter anymore. It's not going to do you any good. What are other things? Yeah. I don't even know. I like that Tesseract thing. I think that's fun to think about higher dimensions. If we look at the Tesseract in the fourth dimension as being time, and that being a spatial dimension, because that's what time is, a spatial dimension. I think. Yeah, it has to be. Because, like, you cannot move in XYZ and remain motionless 1 minute later. But that 1 minute later, you've craziness. All right. Oh wow! Look at another hidden. Look at a little ravine here. Lol. Yeah. We're in some crazy times. Well, for every one block I move, I get 2 more blocks back. So I can make longer lines. Ah ha ha, if I use this terracotta. Which I will. Oop. Well, what else do I got going on? Well, I didn't go by the Salem Saturday Market, no. I haven't really done anything. I tried to find the Latino art thing yesterday. I guess there was one, but I couldn't really find it. I might have went too early. And then there was this Oktoberfest. I guess it goes on today even, so maybe I can go down there. That's in Mount Angel. I've never been to Mount Angel. So I can go check that out. I have to go grocery shopping. You know, life stuff. The weather's all rainy. You know, which is nice. Nice change. It's been like sunny and warm for months now. kind of like the change. Back into the ocean. Well, at least there are no bats. What else is going on? Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, this weather just makes you want to curl up in bed and go to sleep. Like, I can hear the rain falling again. It's all gentle. Maybe we need more coffee. Yeah, what else is happening? Let's see, Tesseract. Okay, so I keep harping on the Republicans, but you have to also know that there's something not quite right with the corporate Democrats, with Nancy Pelosi. There's a Russian oligarch by the name of Leonard Blavatnik. So this guy is an oligarch. He's a billionaire. He's worth 25 billion. So as long as this is, do this 25 times, and that's Leonard Blavatnik. He donates a lot to the Republicans and to the Democrats. So Nancy Pelosi should be returning that money, but she hasn't, even though she's been called out on it a lot. So Russian oligarchs don't just give money for nothing. They expect a return on their investment. So I bet they, one of the concerns that we have is that Nancy Pelosi is not doing enough to progress impeachment. And a reason why she may not be doing that is because she gets donations from Russian oligarchs like Leonard Blavatnik. Remember, this guy owns 25 billion. Way more than just this. Where am I, man? 93, almost there. Okay. Almost there. Oh, no, not Kennedy. Yeah, I'm not being chased. It feels like it, though. Yeah, a mere 700 blocks. This is like the longest thing ever. Every one of these bricks is $100,000. I am trying to make $1 billion in Minecraft bricks and make a line. That way I can show you, my viewers, the difference between 10,000 between regular people and billionaires. And it's hard to like keep talking to like no one. If I had someone to talk to, it'd be way easier. But I've been going for like an hour and a half, and I'm almost there. I hate to like quit before I'm there. And even then, I'm not done because I have to lay the rail. But it's all done on camera, guys. All on camera. It's the worst. Oh my god, this takes forever. It's 94. I've had something else to talk about. Tesseract. North Carolina. Man, North Carolina's all messed up. I went off on it on Thursday. You have to check out my pirate episode. I kind of blew everything on Thursday. I couldn't wait. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna get to the end of this eventually. My god, it's killing me. And what's funny is I'm gonna do this once and never come in this line again. Because there's no reason to go way out here. Except to prove a point. Oh man, I'm gonna like go all the way. I've crossed how many oceans at this point? Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't have anything to talk about. I have no one to bounce off ideas. I talked about the Tesseract. I like the Tesseract. I think that's cool. Trump is an asshole, or Trump is a bad person that we need to impeach. Nancy Pelosi is suspect. Because Nancy Pelosi is delaying the process. She says she needs to do things the right way, but I think she's going super slow. And she's trying to make it so that she doesn't have to do anything and there's an election. I think that's what her deal is. Well, I think she wants to time it so that the impeachment hits the same time as the election. But again, that's saying, oh, I didn't want to look at it. Am I not going live? This says preview. Maybe I'm not live. Oh shit. Here, I'm gonna stop and see what's up. Alright. Ooh. Shit. Uh-oh, I may not be live. Even though it says that I was going live. Something might have happened. Alright, well, I'll check. No, I mean, it looks like I'm live. I don't know. People are checking out my channel. Oh, crap. Again, what's with these skeletons, man? They're everywhere. Dude, I'm gonna be hella bummed if I'm not live. And I've streamed for 2 hours. First, I'm gonna get me inside of that cave there. Okay, I'm in a cave. I'm a little safer. I want to see if this is working. I'm almost there. I'm 300 away from where I need to be. So I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to double check this. All right, peace out.